Rochester Wellness Renegade. Are you feeling like you're all alone? That there's no one out there for you, that you're taking care of everyone else and no one takes care of you? Well, I want you to know you're not alone. You're not alone because you have people around you. You're not alone because everyone else, or not everyone else, but the majority of us are feeling the same way. I've talked to so many people for the last 2 to 3 weeks in particular, and almost every single one of them is saying that they feel alone. And I'd just like to explore with you some of the reasons for it. From a very physiological, biological standpoint, women and their, well, men and women, but I'm going to talk to you about women for the most part right now. The majority of women, one of the psychological goalposts or posts in their lives is the areas between about 45, sorry, about, in the mid 40s. And at that point in time, we start to look internally at what we want for the rest of our lives. In part, it's our hormones. As we go through that perimenopause, menopause, our hormones actually hardwire us to start looking internally. Earlier on in our lives, our hormones had us taking care of everyone else. That's what the hormones did. And it's fascinating to me that hormones have that huge impact upon us. But as we go through our mid 40s, we start to look internally at what we need as opposed to what everyone else needs. And, maybe it's a blow back to, caveman times when, by the time we hit our mid 40s, if we were still alive, there were, less and less men. We had no one to take care of us. We had to figure out what we needed and how to take care of ourselves. So I don't know. But skip that part. It is a time in our life where we start looking forward and seeing what we want to do with the rest of our lives. And unfortunately, a lot of us kind of look at it and go, this is not where I thought I'd be. This is not what I wanted from life. I wanted, the excitement, or I wanted to be very successful, or I wanted my kids gone by now, or, whatever it is. And we start thinking, I want more. More joy, more happiness, more peace, better health, more energy, whatever your more is, we start thinking we need more of it. But most of us don't know how to get that more. We don't even really know how to explore what we're looking for, what our more is, which challenges us on a whole bunch of levels. And we start judging ourselves and thinking, I should know, or I should be able to do that, or I should be able to figure it out. And it's okay to ask for help in these times. Reach out to someone, talk to someone. I work with clients all the time, and to help them explore, to understand themselves better, to figure out what blocks are preventing them from getting unstuck, or from feeling alone, or finding what their more is. But there's lots of people, whether it's a good friend that you can speak to, because a lot of times when we get that stuck feeling, that feeling alone, we don't see, I guess it's almost like that expression, we don't see the forest through the trees. We start going down that dark rabbit hole of that I've got no friends, I've got no one to take care of me, I've got no one that cares for me, I take care of everyone else. So if that sounds familiar, reach out for help, because there is lots of things that you can do. There's tips, ways of techniques, and ways of pulling yourself out of that rabbit hole. First, it's becoming an observer in your life. And so when you start to go down the rabbit hole, you can start to understand and see it, and you can pull yourself out. There's exercises, Gestalt therapy that can help you, but so much of it is to start to observe yourself, pay attention to what your body's telling you, what symptoms do you have. Start to notice without judgment or trying to change it, what your thoughts are. Or do you have a negative feedback loop going on in your brain all the time where you tell yourself you're stupid or an idiot or you're fat or whatever it is. So start to notice your thoughts, and start to notice when you are triggered. Do you get really angry or very frustrated or really mad, or feel, really get down in yourself? A lot of times it's a trigger rather than the event, and you're responding the same way that you always have, until you get the different tools that you need to recognize a trigger and then to respond in a different way. Because stress and so much of anxiety and things like that are because we're responding in the same way that we always have. So when we can learn to change and learn to respond rather than react, then we can change our lives, change our thoughts. So I've thrown in a whole bunch of things in here, but you are not alone. It doesn't have to feel this way. Take the steps to know that you are worth it, to do something about it, that you don't have to feel this way. You deserve to feel better, and you deserve to feel like you're not alone. Joanna Rochester, Wellness Renegade. If you like the video, please subscribe down below and tick off that bell so that you can be advised of any videos that when I repost them. But, have an amazing day and know that you are worth it.